Marriage between a Catholic and a Muslim. Again, I will tell you, we have successful cases. Be that as it may, I don't know if we should say the exposure we have to technology, or maybe peer pressure, or adventurous behavior slash the economic situation that makes unemployment, business going down the drain, and some kind of youthful exuberance among our youths, that I'll tell you the real encyclopedia of Christian doctrine that clearly defines marriage as a sacrament. It becomes something else in the brain of these youths. I'll give you an example. Supposing you have these youths in their different places that maybe work or school has taken them away from their biological family of orientation. You know, when I mentioned peer pressure, imagine if that upcoming female youth sees that out of the guys, as they call it, that is trying to toast her, she come across a single one that he feels does not even belong to her faith at all, maybe a Muslim, but the girl feels this guy is on top of his game. And then by and large, sweet talking and all the rest of it. Mind you, part of the sweet talking will be like, I'm a born and bred Christian. My family, we are staunch Catholics. Don't even mention that maybe you being a Muslim, no way. But you know how men be, the way they behave, what they do. He might decide to promise heaven and earth that my parents, they are not illiterate. Once there is love, there is no problem. You are free to practice your religion. I am free to practice mine. Don't worry about it and all the rest of it. And that fellow lavishes a lot of material things on this girl. Maybe by the time the girl comes home to that biological family of orientation, relationship might have gone far. But you know, parenting is another issue. Before it gets to that level, my questions as parents, as a marriage preparation counselor, to use your words, is that how close are parents to their words? What kind of relationship do they have with their words? I remember when we were growing up, maybe partly you may say it's because my late mom was a teacher then. Each day we come back from school, when she sees we are asleep, she will open your bags, check everything that is there. If she gives you a color green biro and she finds blue there, you will answer for it first thing in the morning. So for a parent that does that, even you may say that was then, what is wrong with the present day parents, even with those that have grandchildren? That you see your children coming home, you see her with new things, you could not ask for the source. You see that child, even be it male or female, giving you things, mommy take. You know, it's always mommy. When they see daddy, that daddy whose face will always be up there, you know, he or she may not be able to try and hoodwink him to things that he knows that the answer he will get from it, let alone he or she gets a slap. But you know, if parents are firm and if we befriend our words and you ask questions, you can never go wrong. And we are watchful and you check non-verbal cues, the way we put it. You check their communication language, unspoken words, so you know how to move closer to this child and enter into the nitty-gritty of what she might have in her mind, whereby you can offer help. But if we are busy with maybe business, you feel everything is a matter of cash. By the time this child comes, what if she comes and you get blown in the face that she's already pregnant for the Muslim guy? What do? We frown at abortion. We cannot make a life, thus we cannot kill a life. So you are now faced with a situation whereby what do you do under the circumstance? But again, I will tell you, we have adult parishioners that are married to male Muslims. We have adult parishioners that got married to male Muslims, and along the line, this male converted. Personally, I don't believe that there is something that we can say is impossible. It depends on the way we view it, and it depends on the way we wish to go about it. But again, prayer is the key. Before I leave that point, imagine a case at hand that presently the lady feels that if her parents have allowed her to marry the Muslim guy she was dating, that she believes she would have gotten married a long time before now. The lady I'm talking about is about 35 years old. She's a non-parishioner. She's not a Catholic. But this is part of my social welfare promotion. When I have some people that I enter into deep conversation with, that is another difficult situation. And as I speak to you now, it's been a while that I saw this fellow last. I'm praying and hoping that maybe by the time I see her, or maybe I get to talk to her, maybe she'll have a good news to say to me that she has somebody that she's dating. That is kind of a difficult situation, and it's just one out of the many. And again, part of what she said was that the fellow promised her there is no materialism in this discussion that I'm having with you. It's not as if though the guy is trying to be materialistic or giving her presents, but the day she said that to me as a parent, I was just like, wow. We ended that session that I said, just keep praying. God has a good plan for you.
All right. Anyway, when you are dealing with people who are professional in the field, you get to hear a lot and you get to learn a lot. Well, before we round up this section, you said a lot about parents not minding their words, or parents, this generational parents care more about what they get from the children, not what they can offer the children, so that tomorrow will be better. So please, ma, what would be your advice to parents, to intending couple who is going to marry a Catholic or a non-Catholic and all that, as a marriage counselor? What would be your advice to us so we don't make the same mistake?
Thank you. My advice is this. Rome was not built in a day. When we talk about what we call psychological foundation in marriage, if we say the family is the first school, it has meaning. While you consider the family as a first school, it is telling you that it is from the home where that individual comes from. That is the first agent of socialization of that child. And it is otherwise even referred to as his or her biological family of orientation. Now, as you see in Ascension, when small children are being made to go for catechism, to go to Sunday school, and again catechism class, that is why we said family is the first school. The daycare center, the crèche, and the pre-nursery that we enroll our children in, I consider that as the second school. The basic, where basic foundation and basic religious education is learnt, is from the home where that child comes from. Having said that, proper monitoring, full-fledged attention, taking interest, all these qualities that I'm mentioning, it is the business of the parents. I wouldn't even say mother alone in this realm. It takes two to tango. Those children, they are the resultant effect of the consummation of marriage between husband and wife. So it should not be one-sided. So when these children, when they see love, and in personality growth and development, the needs, the knowledge, and the wants of these children differ. For the parents that are not using spectacles, like me seated here, when you see that your children are becoming adults, you open your eyes wide, even more than what a spectacle you do. Like I earlier mentioned, you make yourself part and parcel of their development. With that, this child becomes very close to the parents. He or she particularly will not want to do anything behind her, and if she sees that this parent is a good example, the child becomes free to discuss with that parent. And as you nurture this child, she gets into adolescent, young adulthood, you ensure that she joins this pious society within the parish the child belongs to. Even if she goes to higher institution, there are periods you go over there to check on this child. If she comes on holidays, you seek to know what is going on, what do you do, how do you spend your time. If you have a new child that you call Jambite, you will agree with me that within the first session, if you don't pay attention, she might have started going to one Mountain of Fire fellowship, Redeemers, this, they are doing this and that and all the rest of it. But with close monitoring, with proper information, and ensuring that you teach this child in the way of the Lord, even per adventure, it does not go to mean that you want to tell the child that it's a taboo if she decides to go into mixed marriage. But imagine if you start from teenage, pre-adolescent age to young adult and adulthood. Even by the time he or she starts dating a non-Catholic, she would have been equipped with the necessary information, and that child will be able to proffer effective communication with that partner. And peradventure, when they come forward, it will be better than that one that is already a working class man or woman and just suddenly springs up on a day, maybe coming to tell you, I'm bringing my girlfriend, mommy. And that is when that visitor in person of the partner of your child that is intending to enter into marriage with starts telling you things as, I don't understand what you are talking about. I've never heard that this is what Catholic religion is all about. We have failed in that aspect. Because 1, we did not monitor. 2, we did not offer the necessary information. 3, we did not expose that child to youth organization program within the church she belongs to. 4, that parent did not make herself a proper role model within which that child can have a good example for her to be a good product that will promote her religion and the name of the family she belongs to.
Wow. Anyway, we can't thank you enough, because this topic has been one topic that has had a lot of misconceptions, but with what you have done now, you'll be able to throw a lot of light on it. A lot of persons will be able to understand, pick 1 or 2 things from it. Join us next week on our next episode on Ascension TV. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to click and like and share this. Thank you.